Hi my peeps, today I would like to talk about supplies that I use and things that I draw when I want to just kind of not stress over a drawing, I guess. But anyway, before I get into that subject, I would like to give a shout out to Tali here, who commented twice about freedom, which was last week's topic, and I didn't get to feature it in the video, so I'm featuring both comments now. And she's also a new subscriber, and I really appreciate you subscribing and commenting. And it's just really nice, you know. So if you would like to be to get a shout out in the video, all you have to do is comment on any video and you can possibly be featured. I really like reading y'all's comments. They're really nice and they make me happy. Also, I think it's going to be up on Monday. I'm going to be a featured guest presenter thing on the Cream Talks podcast. I'm going to leave the necessary links in the pinned comment section. I know it's on Spotify. I think it's also on Apple Podcasts, I think, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'll put everything in the description, well, the comments, so if you would like to check that out on Monday, you most certainly can. But anyway, on to the subject at hand. So today I just wanted to do a simple drawing that didn't require a lot of brain power and something I wouldn't stress over about too much. That doesn't make no sense, but anyway, so I decided to use Copic Markers, which I feel like I haven't used in a while, and whenever I do something with Copics, I feel like I always, well not always, but usually pull out this Starthmore mixed media pad, which is the same sketchbook that I had when I did my Draw Daily series in 2017, when I was trying to get comfortable here on YouTube. So I feel like all of that kind of made me feel really comfortable in chill while I was drawing this, because everything just felt so familiar and not stressful, which I don't really stress too much about videos, except maybe the past few times, not last week, but times before then, because I kept filming things at the last minute and trying to upload things the night of and like not finishing until midnight, which is not cool. But I think I've gotten better at that. It's not midnight right now, so that's nice. Anyway, I feel like lately I've been using a lot of watercolor, gouache, and I do a lot of digital art as well, and those are just the things that I used often. But I feel like supplies that I use when I just want to not stress too much over art, which I would also like to know, what do you use when you don't want to stress too much over a drawing? Like, what supplies do you use or what things do you draw? For me, I like to sketch, and I also like to do Copic drawings when I don't want to do too much in the art department. Especially sketching. I feel like sketching is, for me at least, is really stress-free, because a sketch is not supposed to be perfect, and plus I don't really, well, I do share my sketchbook. When I finish it, I do a sketchbook tour, but it's not, there's not like a lot of pressure, and I only like share my best sketches on Instagram, and so it just never really feels like too much to take on, I guess. And for Copic drawings, they're always something that I can do really quickly, and this drawing in particular took me less than 30 minutes, which is kind of insane. But was what I needed in this instant, I guess, because I didn't have to spend a long time trying to make things perfect. Like, Copic markers are a really nice supply if you want something to look finished but don't want to spend a lot of time over it or have to wait for things to dry for a long period of time, because they dry pretty fast. And you can also like add shadows and stuff and make things look nice and finished without having to deal with a lot of stuff. Because like with watercolors, I do love watercolors. I love watercolors a lot. But sometimes you have to wait between layers, and sometimes you can like add a layer and then it's like not the exact color you need, so then you have to do like a wash over to kind of color correct. And gouache is something that I'm new to, and I'm kind of still struggling with mixing the right colors, because Like with last week's video, I didn't talk about this, but I had trouble mixing the proper browns for the skin, and because like wash, the color that you mix when it dries, it might be darker or lighter, and in my case I was trying to mix a dark brown, but it ended up being lighter than I had anticipated. And so when I painted the lady's face, when it dried, it was pretty much the same color as the guy's face, which was not my intention, but that's what happened. And I'm still trying to figure out how to get the color mixing right with gouache, because that whole shift when it dries is still kind of hard to, it's kind of hard to predict, and it's kind of hard for me to correct for that. That's not the right word, I feel, but anyway. So those are the supplies that I like to use when I need to not stress about art too much and drawing too much. And when it comes to like subject matter, I like drawing my OCs. So today I drew my OC Lance, which I had actually was working on a story for him, and I stopped for a long period of time because I had writer's block. But more recently I've started working on it again, and that makes me really happy. And I also have my other OC Kmere, who I do a comic about, which I haven't had much time to work on it, but I did post the next few pages to his comic on my Instagram last week, I think. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in the description to my Instagram page. But anyway, so those are the things that I like to use and draw when I'm needing to kind of chill out and not stress over art too much. Because sometimes, like especially if you have to struggle with your art supplies, drawing can be a little much, you know. You know how it is. You know how it is. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to support me or my art, you can head over to my Ko-fi page, or you can follow me on Instagram, or subscribe to my channel if you want to. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please enjoy the rest of your day.